27 years of rallying. Is it a testimonial to your talent or is it lack of depth of Indian racers?
Both. It depends. So obviously, when you go international, nobody spares you. They're out there to kill you, decimate you. These are the words that I would put.
One of the big achievements was winning the Arjuna Award. To come into mainstream, I think India में
वही एक तरीके से एक gratification है कि आप you are acknowledged as an athlete and not just a driver.
Despite winning 3 championships, it was still very hard for me to get this.
Yeah.
4 बार नॉमिनेशन डाली, चारों बार उन्होंने कहा कि ये तो रिच मैन स्पोर्ट है, इसको क्या जरूरत है. तो inside car temperature in the cabin exceeds 75 degrees Celsius, and we are wearing 4 layers of fireproof clothing. I lose up to 7 kilos of water weight in 2 days of driving. So you're doing 200 kilometers an hour, and you need to learn to spot a 50 paisa coin at that speed, which I've learned, to slow down velocity. So I'm changing that angle 10 times faster than you can blink your eye.
Yeah, what would be the annual expense that to do 4-5 rallies approximately?
Let's round it off to at least a crore an event minimum. But if you go to Kenya and Tanzania and all those places, they have like 10 WRC cars. Yeah.
क्या बात है? I can never imagine.
Can you? I could not imagine. Base price of this car is almost 4 crore rupees. The one I drive. By the time you get it into India, it will be 8 crore rupees. He wanted to bill us, so he put a hole in your leg and he put a shaft through it and he hung it up on that to basically go ahead with the OT charges. They call them the medical mafia. So I said, no, I'm serious, doc. Put it out. For teenagers, stop racing on the roads. Because forget you getting hurt, you can hurt other people. That's how I teach everyone.
$28 years you said.
Almost, yeah, 27 years.
27 years of rallying.
Yes.
मेरा सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन ये है कि being in the top circuit since 2006, almost 20 years at the peak, at the highest of Indian and Asian and potentially at world level, 20 साल से आप ये कर रहे हो. Is it a testimonial to your talent or is it also the lack of depth of Indian racers?
Both. It depends. So obviously, when you go international, nobody spares you. They're out there to kill you, decimate you. These are the words that I would put. Nobody cares whether you're sick or you're not sick or you've had your food today or not. Everyone wants to win by hook or by crook. So that taught me a lot. Because when we were going outside the country, I was quite in shock because the level of competition and how brutal everybody is win. They don't spare anything or anyone. And, they will go down to the wire. They'll go, use 1 inch of the road on the edge to make sure they win. So that was a big game changer for me. And that is what pushed me harder and harder and harder. And when I started my career internationally, I was just like a typical spoiled Indian kid, तो मैं
Punjabi
वहाँ
boy.
हाँ पंजाबी बॉय, लेट्स पुट इट दैट वे. तो मैं वहाँ जाके जब व्हेन आई गॉट देयर तो मेरे को था कि I'll be I've come from India, I'm the only guy from India to do this, and तो priority मिलेगी कि nobody gave to actually. They said go hard or go
जो
home.
है, हाँ.
हाँ, go hard or go home. तो मैं वहाँ से सीखा. This is not going to work like this. You have to up your game to another level to be able to compete mentally, physically, everywhere. Right from the right diet to your discipline on the timings. As usual, हमारे Indians का थोड़ा बहुत late wait चलता है वहाँ पर. Those guys used to drop me and go. I used to take a cab and come.
अगर
it was
late
so
हो गए तो
strict.
निकलो.
हाँ, मैं अगर 3 मिनट भी लेट हो जाता था ना तो मेरे को छोड़ जाता. 3 मिनट by the stopwatch. So this is the level of commitment that you have to put in and discipline you have to put in at the world level.
So that has now trickled down into then you having such a long career because you learned from that कि
Exactly.
ये करना पड़ेगा to
Survive.
survive. But वो
Exactly.
इंडिया लेवल पे वो survive means वो अगर
Level
करो
up
तो
इतना हो गया.
top पे पहुंच
Exactly. Plus होता क्या है कि those cars that when you get exposed to those kind of cars which are not available in the Indian championship ever. तो हमारा क्या है कि those cars are 3 times, 4 times, maybe 5 times more powerful, 10 times more advanced, maybe 20 times more advanced that time. So it's like you're going and flying a Sukhoi Su-30 and then you're coming back to fly a Airbus 737. तो
हाँ।
कोई comparison ही नहीं है ना, everything happens in a slow motion for these planes. तो इतना ज़्यादा vast
Difference
gap
है।
and difference है, you know, with tech. अब आजकल ठीक है, फिर भी थोड़ा सा better है, but अभी भी 5x हम नीचे ही हैं, पीछे हैं. That's only because of lack of government support.
चलो मैं शुरू से शुरू करने आता हूँ। मेरा एक सबसे पहले एक क्वेश्चन हमेशा ही रहता है कि वर्ल्ड वाइड हम देखते हैं कोई यंग रैलिंग ड्राइवर्स, जैसे आई फॉलो फार्मूला 1, आई हैव टू एडमिट मैं रैलिंग उतना फॉलो नहीं करता, लेकिन मतलब वी आर सीइंग यंग ड्राइवर्स हु आर 17-18 ऑलरेडी इन F1, राइट? तो ये बचपन में लाइसेंस कहाँ से मिलता है? कैसे शुरू कैसे होता है कि आपने 7-8 साल में गाड़ी कैसे चला ली? हमारे तो माँ बाप डांटते थे कि भाई
So, नहीं, इसमें इंडिया में भी काफ़ी चेंजेस आए, because when I also started driving, I remember I was already racing at 16, 15.
नहीं, पर आपने पहली बार गाड़ी कब चलाई? फॉरगेट रेसिंग।
अच्छा, पहली बार.
हाँ,
The first time I drove a car was probably when I was 8, 9 years old. You know, my mom used to.
छुप के चल
My
छुप ही
mom
गया
knew,
होगा।
मतलब मेरे घर में पता था, and I was brought up in a household where we had race cars, race bikes.
Your uncle was
Yeah,
a rallying,
so
हाँ,
and he was also a very successful rally driver, Dickie Gill, who came, who was a part of the biggest team for almost 15, 18 years also. His career was also quite long. He won most outright rallies, plenty of rallies. So, we
that
grew up in
culture
that
was
kind
there.
of a household where, we had race cars, super bikes, the, 90s, early 90s, mid 90s, late 90s.
तो वो ऑलरेडी एक
तो
अट्रैक्शन आपके
हाँ,
लिए।
it's a natural progression for a boy to,
वैसे भी
move
cars
into that
and bikes
direction.
and
Cars and bikes,
हाँ,
everyone loves cars and
correct,
bikes,
correct,
especially when you're
हाँ,
growing up. Later
हाँ,
on, then you decide कि ठीक है, this is not my
करना,
like
हाँ,
and I want to go
correct,
somewhere
correct,
else.
correct, हाँ।
But, having said that, I started my career with tennis, So, I was playing tennis since I was 5 years old. I pursued it till about when I was 13, 14.
You're playing at a good level.
Yeah, I was almost ITA level and we did ITA CTs. वहाँ तक मैं पहुँच गया था, पर उसके बाद I realized that,
मजा
बस
नहीं आ
हो
रहा
गई है
इसमें,
मेरी.
हाँ।
हाँ, because of the politics in that sport is also very, I mean, there's a
मुंह
lot
ना
of
ही खुलवाओ
discussion.
अभी मेरा तो।
तो मैंने एक ही दिन सारे अपने रैकेट तोड़ के मैंने कहा मैं अपने आज के बाद में आऊंगा नहीं, और आज के उस दिन के बाद मैं कभी वापस
बट
DLTA
क्या
घुसा ही
मतलब
नहीं.
यू वर नॉट पिक्ड इन समबडी
Yes,
एल्स, कोई चाचा
yeah.
मामा का बेटा टाइप?
But as usual जो होता है, to be honest, वही था. जो कोच वोच के लड़के थे वो चले जाते थे despite us beating them every now and then, every tournament. अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं मिलती थी, चाहे जो मर्जी कर लो. 10 साल इतनी कमिटमेंट से खेला. माय मॉम यूज्ड टू टेक मी एवरी डे, 6 days a week मिनिमम, कभी 7 days a week, 3 hours a day. यूज्ड टू सिट आउट, चाहे वो जून जुलाई मई जून जुलाई हो, चाहे वो दिसंबर जैन और फेब हो. नो qualms about going out, sitting in the heat or the cold.
While you were doing that, I was doing the same in skating in
Yeah,
your neighborhood.
yes, yeah. I know
बेचारी
exactly
मदर
how it
आके
goes.
3-3 घंटे बैठी है
बस
सर्दी
सब
गर्मी,
हमारी माँ
हाँ,
ने सबने they've
हाँ,
all committed their lives to
हाँ,
making sure that हम लोग कुछ कर लें आगे. So, but then when it doesn't pan out in a certain way that you believe or dream of, you really start hating that sport.
हम्म,
You start
हाँ,
getting
एक हाँ।
pissed off कि I'm not gonna. So उस दिन के बाद मेरे ख्याल मैंने आज तक टेनिस खेला ही नहीं होगा.
बट उस टाइम तक were you thinking at all of driving in any way or not at
To
all?
be
13,
honest, I
14
was
तक?
thinking about something to do with racing, with some form of. So I was really good with BMX bikes. I don't remember that time. BMX was a big
बिल्कुल
hit
बिल्कुल, it was a
when
thing,
we were growing
हाँ,
up. It was a super big hit.
absolutely.
So I had the privilege to have imported BMX bikes at home.
तो
तो
वहाँ पे आपका
वहाँ पे
मन,
मेरे को क्लिक हुआ था. तो आई वाज रियली गुड एट BMX स्टंट
हम्म,
राइडिंग एंड ऑल दिस. सो मेरा नेशनल प्रोग्रेशन ना बाइक्स पे चले गया वहाँ से. So I started riding motorcycles. My friend, when I was 14, 15, bought a bike. He was a year older than me. He bought a bike to go to school. उस टाइम पे काफी ये
बहुत
कॉमन
बड़ी
होता था.
हाँ, पर ये
स्कूटर या
हाँ,
RX 100 या चेतक
हाँ,
सबके घर में होता
हाँ,
ही था
करेक्ट
एक, है ना.
करेक्ट, हाँ,
So his dad bought him a bike to go to school, and he came to me to show me the bike one day. And as soon as I started riding it, I could pop wheelies within one day of riding. तो मैंने कहा यार ये तो
ये
सही
तो
है,
हाँ,
ये तो I
कुछ है
can do this.
नेचुरल, हाँ,
हाँ. So I told my mom that for my 15th birthday, bike ले. So she said, "Are you mad? What are you going to do? Continue your
एक
tennis."
बाइक और एक लाइसेंस।
हाँ. तो बाइक तो उन्होंने फिर I tried to convince her, but she finally bought me a bike. Then I got a Suzuki Shogun आती थी.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल,
पहले
हाँ,
मैंने एक यूज
हाँ,
शोगन खरीदी. तो उन्होंने पहले एक यूज शोगन ली. फिर करते करते मैंने उस शोगन से I did one small event. I was winning that event. उस event में I had a fall. मुझे
मतलब
पता ही नहीं
शो
चला।
बाइकिंग टाइप इवेंट था?
नो, रैली,
रैली, अच्छा।
रैली, बाइक रैली।
बाइक
उस टाइम पे
रैली।
बाइक रैली, क्रॉस कंट्री
हाँ,
जैसे रैली होती है,
हाँ।
वो कर रहा था मैं। तो मेरा उसमें आई हैड अ फॉल एंड बट आई कंटिन्यूड राइडिंग, सो आई इवेंचुअली आई हैड सम प्रॉब्लम विद द बाइक, आई फिनिश्ड 7th। व्हेन आई केम बैक, माय होल लेफ्ट साइड ऑफ माय राइडिंग पैंट्स व्हिच वर व्हाइट वर रेड इन कलर।
ओह
तो
शिट!
मुझे पता ही नहीं था। तो मैं ना बड़ा वीक हो रहा था, तो आई वाज़ जस्ट ऑलमोस्ट गेटिंग पास्ड आउट। तो मेरे फ्रेंड ने मुझे बोला यू
ब्लड
आर
लॉस हो
ब्लीडिंग।
रहा है,
हाँ,
हाँ।
तो मेरा दोपहर से ब्लड लॉस हो ही जा रहा था, मुझे पता ही नहीं था।
शिट!
तो इतना
क्रेज़ी।
एड्रेनलिन होता था उस टाइम पे, एंड वी वर सो क्रेजी एंड मैड अबाउट आवर स्पोर्ट, एंड आई वांटेड टू प्रूव अ पॉइंट, दैट
तब
माय
तक कार
अंकल।
रैलिंग वाज़ नेवर अ पार्ट ऑफ द सीन।
No, I always wanted to be a driver, car driver. But I understood the fact that, coming back to your point where it started from, कि license. So the federation के साथ क्या था, rallying में you need to be 18 because you're driving on the public roads along with public,
करेक्ट,
going
इट्स
from
नॉट
one
अ
stage to
सर्किट,
another.
हाँ।
So later on they realized that worldwide circuit में license मिल जाता है छोटों को. So then they started
मतलब
doing
जैसे
that.
गो कार्ट लाइसेंस या कार्टिंग लाइसेंस या
रेसिंग भी मिल जाता है, अप
रेसिंग
टू
लाइसेंस,
फार्मूला 3
हाँ।
मिल जाता है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होती है उस टाइम पे। तो आफ्टर दैट आई रियलाइज कि ये तो मिल नहीं रहा है, तो आई स्टार्टेड राइडिंग बाइक्स ऐसे ही मजे में, बिकॉज आई वाज गुड एट बीएमएक्स, सो आई कुड नेचुरली अंडरस्टैंड हाउ
हुँ,
टू व्हील्स वर्क, एंड
हुँ,
रेसिंग एंड टू व्हील्स came very easy to me.
करेक्ट।
So I started winning rallies, and I got picked up by TVS factory. So I was a factory TVS race rider to ride Supercross.
वाओ!
So I did a number of races. I won few races. Then I did some rallies with TVS, and I had a massive accident. And I broke my ankle.
व्हाइल रैलिंग।
Yeah, while rallying. I was coming second in the national championship. मेरा ankle पूरा टूट गया. I had not even turned 18. तो I went into massive surgery. तो उसके बाद फिर then I stopped riding. They
घर
said,
वालों ने
"You
बोला
why
भाई
you
क्या कर
why
रहे
you
हो?
want to kill yourself?"
हाँ,
So they knew I was very persistent. They said, "चल तू do one thing. Let's get a
गाड़ी ले
car."
ले,
हाँ.
हाँ।
So you try to
हाँ।
race in a car. So we arranged. There was a big autocross here, and this time again I was 17. I went to that race, and my mom arranged a car through a friend for me to. And I won that race overall, and I beat Nikhil Taneja. So
स्ट्रेट अप पहला।
straight पहली race अपनी life की. So Nikhil was a multiple national
हाँ,
champion,
हाँ, मतलब
winner
ही
of
इज़ अ
Himalayan Rally. He
हाँ,
was a
करेक्ट,
legend
करेक्ट।
that time.
लेजेंड,
So
नोन
I
नेम।
beat him in that autocross. I touched one cone, so I got a 5-second penalty. But overall time में I beat him. He was very nice to call me on the stage, and he said, "No, you deserve it more than me because outright time में तो
आउटराइट, हाँ,
तूने
हाँ।
टच कर दिया वो
हाँ,
cone, तो
ठीक
कोई
है,
फर्क नहीं
हाँ,
है." So he
हाँ।
gave me the trophy. From that day, I got I was under the scanner by the big sponsor, and I knew that if I wanted to go rallying, which I wanted to, I knew I had to get a license. तो उस टाइम पे मैंने फरीदाबाद से लाइसेंस.
तो ये नॉर्मल लाइसेंस चाहिए होता है कि रैलिंग का अलग कोई लाइसेंस है?
So you have to obtain a normal DL, like a
हुँ,
driving license
हुँ।
of India, and then from there on you get a federation का license based on that license.
मतलब वो तो बेसलाइन चाहिए ही।
चाहिए ही चाहिए. But unless you're racing, then you don't need it. Like I
हाँ,
explained you.
हाँ,
For
करेक्ट,
racing,
करेक्ट।
you can just go
हाँ,
anywhere and
हाँ,
apply for it now. So you can apply it at 10 years old also. Or as long
अच्छा।
as you can drive.
हाँ, करेक्ट, करेक्ट,
हाँ.
हाँ।
I mean, I'm
हाँ, तो
sure
अब
there's some qualification process अभी भी I'm not aware of. But है, हाँ.
तो आपने वो फिर फरीदाबाद
फरीदाबाद वाला उस टाइम पे काफी लाइसेंस मिल जाता था आराम से. तो वो लेके then I started driving. I got a chance with JK Tyre to prove myself. So they had a full proper test.
तो व्हेन यू से जेके टायर्स, बेसिकली जेके टायर की एक रैलिंग टीम
Yeah, JK Tyre
होगी।
rally team,
हाँ।
which was a national championship rally
हुँ,
team,
हुँ।
which consist of 5-6 drivers, like legends like Hari Singh. My mama was also in that team. Bindo, Manek. There were all these guys who were winning since a long time. फिर JK team में I got inducted. They had a full test, so I won that test compared to the other drivers.
बट एक
It's
बात
the
बताओ,
championship.
कितने ड्राइवर्स होते हैं एक टीम से जो पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं?
Generally होंगे minimum 5 to 7 तो होते ही.
तो मतलब अगर 5-6 ड्राइवर्स हैं, सभी एवरीवन कैन पार्टिसिपेट, अनलाइक इन फार्मूला 1
नहीं, so
where
इसमें
you have-
कैटेगराइज होएंगे ना.
अच्छा।
जैसे F1 होगी, F2 होगी, F3 होगी.
अच्छा,
तो उस
मतलब तो
टाइम पे
you were a part of 6 or 7 drivers
yeah,
at that
only
time,
6-7
और
drivers.
लेजेंडरी लोग थे ऑलरेडी।
सारे के सारे.
हाँ।
So उसमें क्या होता था, जैसे 3 गाड़ियां होती थी ओवरऑल में, जो मतलब जैसे F1 जब INRC 1 जिसमें ओपन क्लास
NRC1,
होती है,
हाँ,
उसमें सबसे पावरफुल कार चलती है.
करेक्ट।
Since I was a new boy,
You
so
go
they
in
gave me
went
to
to
the
हाँ,
INRC 2,
two,
like 2 level, which is a slightly modified car, not as powerful as the other one. So I went straight into that team. उसमें मैं गया, वो हमने चलाई, then first rally and I won out class, and I came overall third. The cars.
Wow,
So it was a good achievement
massive.
as a
First ever.
first ever
हाँ,
race in my life.
हाँ.
So that was a good thing to
मतलब एक
start.
नैक था क्रेजी मतलब शुरू से. You had
हाँ, I'm thankful.
हाँ.
No, बस blessed हूँ God से कि I can understand how race cars, rally cars work very well.
नहीं, आई थिंक ये तो मैं इस चीज को नहीं मानता ब्लेस्ड वाले सीन को, बट आई थिंक
मतलब
एक
ठीक है, you work hard also यार.
हाँ
So all
हाँ
my, I'd like to tell you also कि मैं while growing up my friends like सारा दिन गेम खेलते. तो उस टाइम पे कॉलेज में क्रियर रैली आती थी प्ले स्टेशन. तो मैं उस 6-6 घंटे खेलता था. उस गेम ने मुझे इतना सिखाया है ना, it was
एग्जैक्टली
unbelievable.
हाँ
You know the physics, how stuff works. And you see even today, yeah, the sim guys are going mad. Yeah, I've seen some of the
बिल्कुल
sim boys. They can drive
हाँ
straight away, get
हाँ
into a rally car and
एब्सोल्युटली
drive. I'm like, when
एब्सोल्युटली
did you learn how to drive? They're like, I've never driven
नेवर
before.
ड्रिवन बिफोर हाँ
So it was that case with me
हाँ
25 years ago.
हाँ when
Uh,
it was not even
when
that
nobody
at
even thought, I
हाँ
even thought I'm mad. It's like, what are you
हाँ
doing playing
लगे
games?
हुए हो
I
हाँ
used to tell them, you don't know how much I am
हाँ
learning from this.
हाँ.
I
But
could
when you
actually,
joined the team as like almost like a rookie, did
yeah.
they pay you?
Yes, they pay. थोड़ा बहुत तो देते
थोड़ा
ही
बहुत
थे.
देते हैं
हाँ
मतलब you're
हाँ हाँ.
still making a little bit of money
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the part of the whole
हाँ.
deal.
But it's
Contract.
also kicker then you think कि you can make a career out of it.
Exactly. So that's what you want to think. No, that's why you get into it. You know, obviously you don't, before you get into it, you don't think about it at all because
Correct.
it's your passion and love for the sport.
Correct. But
Nobody thinks like that.
at some point आपको लगता है यार इसमें तो मैं actually
If you think like that and you get into a sport, you'll never be good enough.
हाँ correct
If you
absolutely
ask all legends in any
हाँ
discipline or form of sport, they will have never thought कि
हाँ
I'll
कि
make money
पैसा
out of
बनाना है
it.
जी
हाँ.
हाँ वो बात की बात है
वो तो
हाँ
पता नहीं होएगा कि नहीं
हाँ
होएगा. Let's
हाँ
get into it and perform at your
हाँ
best.
correct
Give your best first. आएगा तो आएगा, नहीं आएगा तो
हम्म.
there's no remorse, there's no hard feeling. वो तो एक set standard I think for pro
हाँ.
athletes and pro sport.
Then how did it continue after that?
उसके बाद then I won the rally. Then we started rallying. JK Tyre then shut rallying after 1 year. That कि since we've shut down the rallying department, so वहाँ से then we started. They had their own racing championship.
अपनी
Formula.
privately हाँ
Formula. Basically, they used to be called a single make tire champion. So everyone must use the same tire.
same tire
You can have different teams.
हम्म.
So there'll be different teams
बट
owned by different workshops.
जेके की रेसिंग
Tire
चैंपियनशिप है सबको जेके का टायर लगाना पड़ेगा और अपनी अपनी गाड़ी बनाओ जैसे भी ये
हाँ, according to the
हाँ
specifications,
हाँ
आप अपनी कार बनाओ.
वो गाड़ियाँ कैसी होती थी वो
तो
लाइक
फॉर्मूला
फॉर्मूला
मारुति
कार
कार
हाँ
तो
हाँ
बेसिकली छोटी सी मिनी
हाँ हाँ
फॉर्मूला कार होती
हाँ
थी. यूज्ड टू
करेक्ट
रन द मारुति 800 का इंजन
बहुत तेरी
मॉडिफाइड.
वहां तो आपको बिल्कुल मजा ही नहीं आता होगा
तो मैं फर्स्ट ईयर किया, मैं जीत गया चैंपियनशिप. और मैंने कभी रेस पे चलाई, मैंने ट्रैक ही नहीं देखा था अपनी लाइफ में कभी, क्योंकि यहाँ तो कोई एक्सपोजर ही नहीं था रेस ट्रैक का हमारे को.
हाँ
मैं सीधा वहां गया और मैं जीत गया चैंपियनशिप. तो आई वेंट ऑन टू विन अबाउट 5-7 चैंपियनशिप नोबडी नोज अबाउट.
ओ वाओ
या सो सिंगल सीटर में ओपन कार रेसिंग.
तो ये कितने साल ये किया फिर
2006 तक मैंने किया. फिर जेके केम बैक 2006 में. दे केम आफ्टर 6 years of not rallying. Then they got me an opportunity to go and drive. That's one rally. That first rally I came, I won. So I beat again the guys who were rallying from
For a
6
while,
years,
हाँ.
and I had not done one. मैं rally car में
रनिंग
नहीं
करी
बैठा था
नहीं
मैं.
हाँ
From there, I got invited by MR
which was a bigger team at the time
International. That was the focus to go international. Right then, JK was getting back into rally.
MRF was
MRF
already the
was
big
already
daddy
in Asia
हाँ
Pacific. Asia Pacific means they had their presence in Japan, New Zealand, Australia, very strong presence. 7 countries that covered the championship,
Asia Championship.
APAC Jam. So from there with MRF I started.
So you were rallying at the top
Yeah, so after World Championship,
इंडियन रैलिंग जो का जो टॉप डिवीजन है वो और एशियन उसमें भी आप रैली करने लगे तो इसका व्हाट इज देयर अ क्वालिफिकेशन काइंड ऑफ अ प्रोसेस और हाउ डज इट वर्क लाइक अगर एक टीम डिसाइड करे कि मेरे को एशिया लेवल पे भी करना है डू यू हैव टू आल्सो विन इन इंडिया और समथिंग और इट डजंट मैटर दैट इज इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफ द टू
as a team, no. I mean, as a team, anyone can enter.
you can
You
enter
can be a
Asia
manufacturer and apply for those licenses.
Hmm.
You have your own product. AK was making tires for the Indian market. They started making tires for the international market. Very simple.
सिंपल
हाँ.
हाँ
अब उसके ऊपर आप जाओगे मिचलिन पे रैली है. They make it for the
ग्लोबल
global
बिल्कुल हाँ
and for the world
हाँ
championship.
वर्ल्ड
तो वो
चैंपियनशिप
वहाँ है.
हाँ
तो वो जो मैन्युफैक्चर की जो कैपेसिटी और
वो उस हिसाब
कैपेबिलिटी
से
है
रेस
उस हिसाब
करेगा
से अपने लेवल पे यू एंटर
बट
द
गाड़ी कौन
चैंपियनशिप.
सी रेस करते थे
So we had a tie-up with Mitsubishi Rally Art, which was the Evolution 9, Evo 9, which is
For
very
Asia.
legendary. Yeah, for Asia.
और इंडिया में
India में we were driving with Mitsubishi again. We had the CDI, if you remember.
हाँ बिल्कुल
So in 2008 was my first ever victory, international victory. 2007 I joined the championship. 2008 में I won.
7 में you won the India championship.
Yeah. 8 में I won the first. Yeah, Asia. I became the first Indian ever. अभी तक आज तक no Indian has won. I've got about 30 victories. 30 wins.
30 down.
And
उसके बाद तो no looking back, like you just kept winning.
Yeah. I had a low down in 2008 actually. It was a pretty bad. I broke my right knee completely. I fell off the superbike while doing a photo shoot.
But you were not racing.
No,
वो
no,
तो
I was
अपना
not
rallying
racing.
शुरू हो गई थी,
हाँ.
ये ऐसी मजे के लिए.
मजे की मस्ती में मैं गिर गया, गलती से मेरी से गलती हो गई and I fell. And I thought that okay, ठीक है, it's going to be a small injury. And I was in 4 weeks I had to go to New Zealand for my 2008 championship.
Oh wow!
Which was the crucial year which I had to perform and
This was literally your first year in international racing.
Second year.
Second year in 2007 में आप इंडिया में जीते, उस टाइम आपने इंटरनेशनल भी करी.
हाँ.
और 2008 was probably a breakout year.
Yeah, correct. So it was the most crucial year of my career. And this is how I ended up in this situation where I fell, and the doctor told me that boss, this is looking really bad. It's going to be shortened by 2 inches. You're not going to walk straight. You're going to limp all your life, and you're not going to be able to run. Maybe jog tiny bit. Shit. So that was a big, hit back for me that, this is going to be how I'm going to look, how I'm going to walk, I'm going to be literally physically challenged in a way, But I said,
so what was the knee injury?
So the tibial plateau here, the tibial plateau broke and it went rotated. So he said it's completely broken into multiple pieces. So it's not going to heal, or it cannot be, because I have to shave it to make sure that it joins again. और उसमें shaving में ही वो
loss हो जाएगा.
हाँ, loss हो जाएगा उसकी leg की length का. This is how he explained it to me. And so I said, chalo, whatever, let's do it and patch it up and let's go to work. He said, you're not going anywhere for 10 months.
कोई work नहीं है.
कोई काम नहीं है. 10 महीने तो chill man, because this is, if you're lucky, 10 months is a good time.
उसके बाद
evaluate करेंगे. You come to me, then again we'll do our, X-rays. We'll go through tests to evaluate you if you're fit enough to go race. So I said, dude, this is not happening. This was the most important part of my life, my most important time of my career, and it's fucked up. So I said, okay, whatever it is, because since it's not my forte, I said, go ahead and just patch me up. Now let's don't waste time, let's get into surgery right away. And, एक दिन भी नहीं waste करना मुझे. So he said, chalo, theek hai, we'll admit you. And I told my family that I'm in the hospital in Mulchan and I've busted my knee and I'm going to go through massive surgery. So he said, it's going to be a good 8-10 hour surgery. So my mom came and my mom and my mama came. My mama is very good with medical, the industry. So he knows a lot of top doctors. So he said, let me do my research. Your surgery is next morning. So this was about 6 p.m., 7 p.m. in the evening.
तो 2-4 घंटे हैं.
So 12 घंटे हैं हमारे पास surgery के लिए. By then I'll just make some calls. Because he was quite connected with the top doctors in the city. So I said, yeah, please do something, because this is what he's told me. So he had a meeting with the doctor and the doctor told him the same thing. He's going to lose his leg length iski loose ho jayegi. He's going to, be limping. And we doubt if he's going to be able to jog fast also. Forget running forever. So he didn't like that answer. He thought that, so he asked for the X-rays and MRIs, which he had received. We have received from the hospital. So हुआ क्या कि अब मैं तो रात को पेन किलर में सो गया हूँ, and they wake me up in the morning and they take me to the OT. They take me to the OT and he's like, okay, you're ready? I said, yeah. The anesthetist came in. They give me the epidural in the back, lower back, जो pregnant ladies को देते हैं, very painful also. तो spine में जाता है वो, they gave me that. So from there on, basically upper body is active, your lower body is shut off. So मेरे को वो करा, उन्होंने दिया इंजेक्शन, एनेस्थेसिस्ट ने एनेस्थीसिया दिया एंड वी वर रेडी फॉर द एक्शन. तो आई एनीवे पास्ड आउट, मैं सो गया. तो मैं उठा ऑलमोस्ट 6-8 घंटे बाद व्हेन आई वाज इन द रूम. सो व्हेन आई वाज इन द रूम आई सॉ माय लेग वाज अप लाइक दिस हैंगिंग. So itna to, I had so many injuries in my life, I knew this is not looking right. Why is it hanging up with a shaft, like a 14-inch rod put across my lower or upper ankle with my leg hanging? And either there was no cast. Generally, after the surgery, they'll put a
कुछ,
sort of a
हाँ,
cast.
कुछ,
It's not like a cast, but it's
हाँ,
sort of a cast,
हाँ,
a soft cast
Hmm.
so that there's no movement at least for a few days, and it's all stitched up, right? It should have been all cut up.
cut up.
So there was no bandage. I couldn't feel any
That's odd.
bandage.
The whole
It
thing
was
is
quite
odd,
odd. So
huh.
I was like, what's going on? Then I called my mama and I asked him that. He said, okay, are you up? I'm coming to the room. So he came to the room and he said, we didn't go ahead with the surgery. So I said, what the fuck? I said, I can't even waste one day of my life, I need to go back.
वापस घुसना है, हाँ.
So I was like so, pumped. I have to go back to my sport. I'm missing out the most important part of my life. This is what I've been living for. So I was like completely devastated. Then he said we didn't go ahead with this. So I thought that again.
But ये हुआ क्या है? हाँ.
So I said, what the hell is this? There's a bloody 14-inch rod coming out of my ankle and my leg is hanging. He said, nee, the doctor, obviously I don't want to take his name, but he wanted to bill us. So he put a hole in your leg and he put a shaft through it and he hung it up on that to basically go ahead with the OT charges so that we have to pay.
What?
Yes. So this is what I went through. This is like, they call them the medical mafia. This is what I went through.
तो जब सर्जरी के लिए मना कर दिया तो ना कुछ और तो कर
कुछ तो करूं. So he drilled a hole in my ankle.
वो क्राइम मास्टर गोगो याद है आपको? कि आया हूं तो कोई लेके जाऊंगा.
कुछ तो करके जाऊंगा.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, dude, this is what happened to me. And this is just the start. So, I mean, start as in like the story. But the worst was obviously over now. So we went to the other hospital and we had managed to get another doctor who's a Padma Shri, and he's a typical or not typical. He's completely into sports science and sports surgery for the knees and the back. So he's
super specialized
only
with
for
what
these.
you want.
And he's been a part of the cricket team, etc., etc. And he's a Padma Shri, like I said. So when I entered the hospital, and this is now the evening. Same day now, the same day in the evening at 7 p.m. I enter the other hospital. And then I meet him. Luckily he was a Punjabi guy also. So he said, Hanji, Gill sahab, ki karna hai? Ki hoya? Main kya dekh lo tusi ki hoya? I'm in the shits now. You need to patch me up quickly. So then he had a chat with me and my family. He said, what do you do? So I told him, I explained him the whole process. That this is what I do and this is what I'm missing out on my career. And it's very, very important that I get back onto my feet to get into a race car and race again. So he reviewed the reports. Then he came back after a few hours and he said, so I've got two options now for you. One is that this rod has to come out first. So since you've already got the anesthesia today, I'm not going to be able to do anything for 24 or 48 hours. I don't know. There's some medical sort of a procedure that they cannot do when you have a certain amount of anesthesia in your system. They cannot do it again for like 2-3 days minimum. Or something like that, I don't remember. Vaguely I remember. So he said, पहले तो इसको भी निकालना पड़ेगा, तो इसको ही करना पड़ेगा. So you'll have to chill out for at least 3 to 4 days. उसके बाद मैं surgery करूँगा. And I said, knee का क्या होगा? He said, you'll be able to run a marathon.
Wow.
So this was the stark difference between two medical professors, how it can change your life or destroy your life if you don't go to the right
crazy.
one. It's absolutely crazy. He said, you will have 100% same mobility. 100 you do.
But he was also recommending some surgery. But
a full surgery.
Full surgery, but आप कर लोगे सब कुछ.
He said, don't worry about it. He said, I'll make sure that you run a marathon. You won't limp ever in your life. There will be no shortening, and you'll run a marathon. So all the three things that he said you'll never do again, he said 100%. He said, मेरे पास आ जाना, मेरे को sue कर देना तुम, literally, अगर ना कर पाया तो. So I was so confident. So I said, अब ये इसका रॉड का निकालना है. He said, पहले तो ये निकालूंगा, फिर उसके बाद ये करूंगा, वो करूंगा. I said, ऐसे नहीं, मेरे को शॉर्टकट बताओ. तो मजाक में, you know what he said? ऐसे निकाल दो रॉड.
आप ही बोल दिया हाँ.
मैं कहा निकाल दो आज.
फिर just
yanked it off. He thought I was joking. So I said, no, I'm serious, doc. Pull it out.
3 दिन बचेंगे.
मैं 3 दिन भी बचाना चाहता हूँ. तो he said, मैं तो मजाक कर रहा था. मैं कहा मैं नहीं कर रहा मजाक. निकाल दो. मैं कहा आपने निकाली है पहले? कह रहा हाँ, वो तुम्हारा तो रोज का काम है, उसमें क्या है. मैं कहा नहीं, बिना एनेस्थीसिया के कभी have you taken it out ever? Have you pulled 14-inch rod out of somebody's leg without anesthesia? He said, yeah, of course. I'm a senior surgeon. If you're ready for it, I'm
हाँ,
ready
कोई
for it.
accidental case है जो भी होता होगा. हाँ.
मतलब मैं तो I was just trying to assure
हाँ,
myself that you know,
हाँ,
and I was scared that I said yes. Now I have to. I don't want to go back to my word. You know, I'm a Sardar. I'm a Jat Sikh. मैं कहा उन जटा नु कहता जटा ने एक बार तो फिर खिंचो उसका. तो he said okay. I'll have a chat with your family and we'll do a declaration of NOC or whatever because you're doing it without any anesthesia and you know you'll have excruciating pain etc etc. I said let's go for it. I said आ जाओ अभी फिर कर दो अब मैंने हाँ बोल दिया मेरे को वेट मत कराओ नहीं तो मैं और सोचूंगा so don't let me wait about on this. He came back, he made me sign some documents. He came back after 2 hours. He got about 8-10 nurses. He got a metal bed. उन्होंने साइड पे वो केज टाइप नहीं होता जो so that the patient doesn't fall off. So they did that. They tied my hands and my leg. They gave me a big piece of cotton to put in. And he said, "Are you ready?" I said, "Go for it." He got his apparatus, tools, whatever he had. He started pulling out the rod straight from my leg. I could feel every churn that or it would turn. I could feel my brain vibrate inside.
That intense level of
pain. The entire body, my spine, my neck to my brain, it would like it's like grind. It was like when metal grinds without oil, how it sounds and it vibrates. It went through like that and he pulled out the whole इतनी लंबी rod.
ये डॉक्टर ने लगाई थी यार मैं तो ये हैरान हूँ what the fuck is going on यार OT charges ले लो ना यार क्यों लगाने की क्या जरूरत है
exactly that's what we argued but we didn't argue. He said
anyway,
because we want to move forward. So he pulled out that rod and he said jokingly said वैसे मैंने आज तक करा नहीं था even that was a light moment. I said
क्या बात कर रहे हो
now it's done and we're dusted with this. Let's move on to the next step. Then I went through the surgery. He did the surgery, it was very successful, it was very good. You come once a month, you see me, but you have to do this physio, etc. So, and again, what shook me was, again, he told me 7 to 8 months recovery, minimum.
आपकी 4 हफ्ते में रेस थी
मेरी 4 हफ्ते में रेस
Something tells me कि रेस किया होगा आपने
मैंने I charted out a full plan. I spoke to some friends who were physios in the US. I spoke to some guys, the doctors everywhere around the world. I started doing my research. I picked up a lot of books which were written by Olympians, pro athletes with a lot of injuries that they go through, especially the NBA guys, NFL guys. They have to recover very quickly. So I charted out a full diet plan, a full physio plan myself. And my mama, both of us, we did everything.
Mechanic तो बन ही गए थे, doctor भी बन गए.
मैंने पूरा chart out करा, plan पूरा. I was doing hydrotherapy, which is under the water, which nobody ever thought of.
उस टाइम किसी ने नाम ही नहीं सुना होगा.
Exactly. So my friends used to take me every day, twice a day to the pool. और मैं ताज इधर अशोका में जाता था pool में. और वो पहले तो उन्होंने मेरे को अलाउ नहीं करा, उन्होंने कहा पागल हो गया है, 2 क्रचेस में आ रहा है पूल में, ये डूब गया तो हमारी लायबिलिटी. तो I said no, I'm a good swimmer, but I'm only here for exercise. Then I got some equipment, some bands and stuff like that from the US, from Finland, from Germany, to recover for my recovery, to recover quicker. Then I changed my diet. I had some special foods coming in from different parts of the world. Whoever friends would go travel, get me in that diet. ऐसे करके मैंने एक रेस मिस कर दी. Obviously, 4 weeks was impossible.
Correct.
But I was ready for the next race.
In how many weeks? Total?
In
2-3
exactly
months.
The 3rd month and 1st week, I was in Japan.
Wow.
And
I'm sure you would still not be 100%, but mentally
no, I had a stick. I still had a stick. I was limping because I didn't have the full strength to.
But how important is the knee in actual racing?
No, it is
very important.
It's always super important. But the problem is in our sport is if you crash, the impacts that your body takes is where it hits you. So for quick example, last time I crashed, we would pull 47 Gs, 40 Gs when you crash because into a freaking tree. That tree ain't moving, bro. You're going to be basically as hard as slamming into a wall or a wall of steel, like a vault. Or if you go down a mountain, which is quite common. Once I went down the mountain and I fell 130-40 feet. So imagine the impact when you land. Kahin to jayega. The body is going to take it somewhere or the other. And now I have pains everywhere because of so many years of abusing the body.
Out of curiosity, how many
crashes, or have you had, or bones have you broken? Totally.
So after that surgery, I was in 3 months and 2 weeks. I came third in Japan. So I went back with the trophy to the doc, and he couldn't believe his eyes that I walked into the, his office, his clinic, without crutches, with the stick and a trophy. He said, "You didn't even tell me."
Your mind can control your body so
only,
much more than
your mind is
assume.
so powerful that it does not matter what the body is doing. As long as the mind, you've told your mind, or you made up your mind to do something in one direction, your body will follow it. Like a robot or something, If you've given those or had those ideas, or if you have that will to make it happen, even if your body is not allowing physically, it will still do it.
आप अपनी कभी rallying को visualize करते थे before going in?
All the time. Even today also, I watch my videos every day, 365 days of the year.
But would you, before any big rally,
always
like completely go through everything?
Yes.
And also visualize that I'll win or something like that?
Yeah, of course you have to. If you don't have that vision, then what are you achieving for? If you don't aspire, then how will you, go get that goal? So aspiration तो होनी चाहिए ना हर चीज की.
And 2008, then you won the Asian circuit also then? That was...
No,
was that
not 2008. I won another rally. Then that year.
Another rally.
Yeah. Then 2009 again I won. Then 2010, 2009 or 10, I was almost winning, but then I missed out by 1 point. Then 2013 mein I won the first full series.
Full series.
Yeah. Against the best drivers of the world. We had some ex-world champion drivers. So against them I won.
But tell me something. Up 13, that patch was then a golden patch for you, right? What keeps you motivated कि 20 साल तक भी, मतलब आपको आपके mentally की बात कर रहा हूँ. Did you also see a lot of like highs and lows कि कभी 1 या 2 सीजन निकल गए या 2 साल निकल गए जब आप उतने ज्यादा motivated नहीं थे, फिर लगा what the fuck I need to, yeah, it has been totally supercharged through and through.
Totally supercharged through and through for me.
Every naya season, every new year, you would want to have the same hunger.
I still act like the same 16-year-old that I was, even today. I have the same hunger as I was when I was 16. Every rally that I go, and every time I sit in the rally car, I have the same hunger to win, to drive at the same pace.
What has changed? I mean, if you look at today versus a 25-year-old you or a 30-year-old you, what has changed in terms of either body, mentality, experience, maturity? Like, what have been the big changes?
Lots. So the older you get, if you're continuing with the sport that you've been a pro at, you understand how to use your body more efficiently. So maybe when I was 22, 25,
उस time brute force थी.
Correct.
ये बस घुस जाओ.
अगर मैं एक दिन चला रहा हूँ, for example, if I'm driving for 12 hours a day, I would be exhausted. Today I can have that same amount of energy and use it for 24 hours because I know which muscles to use and not to use at what time. Because you understand the mechanics and the science of driving. There's a lot of science behind driving. A quick example is which muscles you use. Sometimes you use your fingers, sometimes you use your wrist, your elbow, your shoulder. So it depends, each driver has a different style. But generally all pros will only use the smallest muscle. When you sign a check, do you use your shoulder? If you use your shoulder, you'll never be able to sign it. अब आप सोचो, मैं आपको example दूँ.
सही, बहुत सही example.
आप अपने fingers use करोगे, wrist भी कम ही use करोगे.
कम करोगे, हाँ.
जितना larger muscle आप use करते रहोगे, उतना खराब होता रहेगा. So it's the same thing when you drive. When we use the steering wheel, if we use the shoulder, it's going to be a lot of input into the steering wheel, and the more the input, it's going to the car is going to disbalance. It's going to, the weight transfer is going to be completely screwed up. So you always have to understand what muscles to use. It's the same way when you brake. How you brake. There are certain ways to use the brake. You know, there are different ways where I can pitch the weight of the car into the front or into the middle or at the back with the front brake also.
Depending
how you just brake. The pedal. So it's only a pedal at the end of the day, but it's all up to you how you use it. And that's what differentiates between a super pro driver or a pro driver or an amateur driver. So there's so many factors, you know, when it comes to pro driving that you must learn and learn and learn. And there's a lot of reading behind it, a lot of science behind it. People think कि कार ही तो चलानी है, तो चला के दिखा दो.
करो ना. So एक typical, तो explain to me the structure. जैसे जो इंडिया की rallying circuit है, how many races मतलब how many rallies do you have in a year?
So the Indian Championship generally has about 5 to 7, say about
5 to
6
7.
average.
एंड यूर सेम
So,
मतलब हर रैली में आप कुछ विनर को कुछ पॉइंट्स मिलेंगे 25 पॉइंट्स
बिल्कुल,
18 पॉइंट ऐसे ऐसे एंड देन क्यूमुलेटिव आफ्टर 5 और 7 रेसेस जो नेशनल चैंपियन है
और ये ग्लोबली पूरा एशिया में भी सेम चलता है।
same format. So generally it comes under the FIA, which holds
Which is
the
also
governing body
Formula
of Formula
One.
1 and WRC. So generally we all, the countries, the regional countries, they all follow the same pattern. There is no difference at all, generally. थोड़ा सा फर्क होता है, जैसे वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप में बोनस पॉइंट्स मिलते हैं आपको, हमारे यहाँ नहीं होते.
So after 13, when you started compete, like almost dominating the Indian championship, तो मतलब fully, and then Asia level पे भी आप जीत रहे हो. Then what was the vision at that time? कि obviously keep going higher and higher. How were your experiences at the World Rallying Championship?
So from there on, we went to the World Championship. Straight up, it was what I had expected.
This was also with MRF.
With MRF initially. At that time, we were developing the tires with them. So we knew that we were not going to be super competitive because it's a development phase. But I was still managing top 5, top 4, which is what I wanted. At least straight the first rally outside the Asia Pacific. And like I said, that is where people are just unforgiving, the World Championship. They don't care. They mentally play around with you.
जैसे for example, कोई और कुछ ऐसा बताओ कि something that surprised you or shocked you.
So there was an instance where, this German guy came and he was competing against. So he knew I'm a quick driver. So, and he was my teammate. Okay. So when I met him for the first time, he came, he didn't say hello to me. So, there's so much attitude to show that they are more superior than me. But then that is what is my hunger to beat them. This is what, fuels my fire.
But sometimes they want to rile you up also so that you'll make mistakes.
That they do, So the very common thing is they'll tell you the wrong timings sometimes. Their stage times. Even if they're like 2 seconds slower than you or 3 seconds slower than you, they'll tell you they are 5 seconds faster than you. So it drives you off. You're like, shit, he's faster than me. I want to now push even harder. And you're like, dude, I'm going on my limit. So a lot of these things happen when people then crash. But nowadays, in the last couple of years, it's all online आ गया है काफी. But कभी-कभी forest में होते हो, आपके पास data होता ही नहीं है. So how do you know their times?
सिर्फ वो communicate जो कर रहे हैं.
Communicate कर and they can just bullshit, And they just rile you up and they just pump you, कि you need to go even a step further to beat me now, So these are the small tricks and games that people play at the top level also. Very common. But I think it's just when you spend a lot of time, then you get matured and you understand where is your limit. Controlled aggression is one of the main things in this sport. Aggression तो सबके पास ही है इस sport में. So mostly if you see all the top drivers, say top 20 drivers in the world, they'll be as aggressive or even more aggressive than you. मतलब like mad level of aggression, to win. Because this is one of the most aggressive sports in the world.
मतलब absolutely.
मतलब it's like आपको example देता हूँ. There is like when we go to Finland, Finland has the most undulating roads in the world, and you're averaging 135, 140 kilometers an hour on gravel roads between trees, which is the size of this room. The width of the road. Width of the road averaging 140. So आप सोचो सारा time what speeds you're hitting. This width of the road, some places. So you're doing 200 kilometers an hour, and you need to learn to spot a 50 paisa coin at that speed, which I've learned, to slow down velocity. It's like the fighter pilots, we don't have any, feel for velocity anymore. For us, whether I'm doing 40, 140 or 240, I can slow down everything. So this is what I learned with, competing against the top drivers in the world.
But so two things that really fascinate me. One is that before we started, you were saying that on a regular day, you're driving 10, 12 hours.
Yeah.
So to have that level, and at those speeds,
yes,
to have that level of consistent focus.
While listening to pace notes.
वो तो ही मैं आऊँगा उस पर, एक अलग ही chapter है. And also, like you said, to actually slow it down to a point where you can actually breathe and think that this is, एक होता है कि आप इतने ज़्यादा एड्रेनलिन में हो कि कुछ टाइम निकल गया, लेकिन अगर आपको 10 घंटे करना है
तो आपको उसको नॉर्मलाइज करना पड़ेगा कि अब मेरी लाइफ है 10 घंटे के लिए. So I have to breathe also in this. I have to observe also in this. I have to figure out life.
You have to be very sharp.
तो कुछ करते हो आप? Are there any exercises or what are some of the things that have worked for you?
See, to be very honest, the more driving that you do, that works.
It's
the
just
best.
experience
It's
basically.
experience. चाहे आप किसी Formula 1 वाले को ले लो या WRC से ले लो, दोनों
Hmm.
disciplines of the sport से कुछ भी ले लो, you have to be in the seat. So it's called seat time. You have to give seat time. I was okay with seat time, not very. I didn't have the best seat time because it's the super expensive sport, most expensive sport of the world. Then the sponsors obviously have this set and limited budgets, so you make the most of it. I still believe, even winning so many championships, winning the biggest accolades, awards in the sport, I am open to evolving and learning today. I even take a coach today, even though he's slower than me on some places. But he could be smarter than me. You should always be coached. चाहे आप 10 ग्रैंड स्लैम जीते हो, चाहे आप 10 वर्ल्ड कप जीते हो, चाहे आप 5 जीते हो, if you have that attitude that मेरे को कोई नहीं सिखा सकता, you can never evolve. And this is a sport where evolution is the most important because your tech is evolving faster than you. So maybe somebody knows a thing or two more about that than you. So you should be open to learning.
What are some of the things जो WRC में आपके पास होती और मतलब बजट और अच्छी गाड़ी तो है ही, that do you think that you could have done better even at like the absolute top or the top
A
stage?
co-driver makes a big difference. An experienced co-driver. So my co-driver for years and years was Glenn from Australia. So he was a massive part of me evolving and winning at the right places, because he would teach me a lot. Because when he came to be with me, he had already done 100 WRC rallies with the top guys in the world.
Wow.
So he already had that under his belt, So he knew how to control me. He knew what were my low points, high points, where I would listen to him, where I would not listen to him, how to mold me, how to extract the most out of me by telling me where to push, where not to push. So these things can really make a big
Huge
change
difference.
in your career. It matters between winning and coming second. It's easy to win one championship, but it gets harder and harder to win another championship because everyone wants to pull you down. To win the first
You're the
championship,
target then.
Yes, to win the first championship, you have no pressure. But to keep it under your belt and have another win under your belt, there are 10 people to pull you down, and you're the target.
एक बार I was talking to our common friend Sammy. उनका एक वीडियो देखा आपने जो I think कुछ 25, 26, 27 million views हैं उस पे. But he was telling me that मतलब he's obviously not at all as accomplished as you, but he's rallied a lot.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So he was telling me कि you have no time to see and make decisions. You have to rely blindly on your co-driver. वो लोग अपना रेकी करके पूरे notes बनाएंगे कि यहाँ पे hard ride, soft ride, long ride, whatever your terminology is. And then you have to go blindly with them in a way, like sometimes your brain might be seeing something, but the co-driver might be saying something that your brain is not really correlating with.
Yeah.
So, एक बार समझाओ, how does this work? Like,
so the most important part of our sport is reconnaissance, which we call recce in a short form. We get 2 passes per stage. So, for example, if you're doing a world championship event, you'll have 18 stages to basically attempt and compete in. So, आपको वो 18 stages, you'll be allowed to have 2 passes. In a regular, not a rally car, in a regular car, and at not over 80 kilometers an hour.
तो उस पास आप ड्राइव करके जाओ, अपना notes बनाओ.
आप notes बनाते हो. So when I go, when I'm driving, my co-driver will keep his base notebook ready and his pencil ready.
And both of you, typically both
no,
driver
only
and co-driver.
Only the driver makes the notes. So when, for example, I go, so we have like 100 meters, and if there's a right. So for us, we have more advanced drivers. What Sammy would use is the little old school, like easy right. हमारे लिए क्या numbers हैं? It's like degrees, like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 3 o'clock. So now 3 o'clock becomes a 90. So it's very, very precise.
मतलब 4 और 3 में मतलब इतना सही फर्क हो सकता है, लेकिन
but
it changes
the difference
everything.
is 20-30 kilometers an hour minimum, sometimes 40 kilometers an hour की speed का फर्क है. So it can be 3 plus right, 3 minus right, 3 right. Then there are things like 3 right fast, 3 right short, 3 right opens, 3
so
right
you are driving,
narrows.
So basically when you're doing the recce, then you're estimating कि अगर मैं यहाँ 150 पे जा रहा होता, तो किस precision पे, कितना strong braking, कितना hard right, hard whatever. And then those notes are made.
Yes.
And then when you're actually in the rallying
So
environment,
sometimes it changes. It can't be 100%
of course.
precise.
But when you're in the rallying environment, आपका co-driver आपको constantly वो feed कर
Call
रहे
दे
हैं
रहा है, calls दे
कि
रहा है.
अब यहाँ पे 3 रहे, whatever,
Correct.
all of that. And then you have to use a little bit of the input you're getting from external, use a little bit of input or quite a bit of input you're getting from here, and then
go for it. And most of the corners are blind, you know, if you're in the forest or, you know, in a farm where there's full growth, you know, so you can't see the next corner, right? Obviously. So you have to have your instinct ready. You have to be very, very versatile. That's why WRC and rally drivers are far more versatile than track drivers, because I can come into a corner and there could be water. So I need to change the angle of the car because I know it's going to slide out and go and hit the tree. So I'll drift it more to slow down more so that it digs into the mud, so then stay on top and slide out.
Fuck.
So I'm changing that angle 10 times faster than you can blink your eye. Literally. Otherwise, you just go off. So that is the difference between a good driver and an amateur driver. So he can change the angle of the car mid-corner at 150 kilometers an hour also, generally.
And also the relationship with the car, like you
have
know
to be
how
one
it will
with the
react.
car. So when I drive, generally for me, it's like, first of all, I can't see anything. You know, I have the tunnel vision, which is the most important thing. That means your concentration is 100 out of 100. You should not be able to say hi to some people.
कुछ पता ही नहीं कि क्या हो रहा है बाहर.
कुछ नहीं, दिख ही नहीं रहा कौन खड़ा है कौन नहीं खड़ा, बस ऐसी tunnel vision दिख रहा है that you're going, you know, flat out through the forest. That's when you can slow down and spot a coin, you know, like I said. Then for me, it's very, very important that I have to feel every part of the car work, you know. Not only for me, like all the top drivers in the world. They can feel every, you know, inch of the tire work, every millimeter of the suspension work, every, input from the mechanical differentials that work. Through the steering wheel, that input comes. But for us, most of the driving is done by the pedals. From the balance of the car, which is where we sit. That has more feel. So it's like a USB, you know, plugged in.
जबकि हम लोग सोचते हैं कि we'll get the input from the steering.
No. It's all about understanding how the weight is distributing in the car. Where is the weight right now? Where is the weight when you brake? Where do you want it when you turn into the corner? Where do you want it in the mid of the corner? Where you want it at the exit of the corner? So generally our turn is split into 3 parts: the entry, mid, and the exit.
Wow.
And in one stage, like a 15-kilometer stage, there could be up to 700 corners in a rally in one stage. So there are 18 of them to go. And at most, what I will do is I'll probably give myself 2 or 3 corners which I can miss the apex by, say, 6 feet. That's it. I have to get 697 right every time.
So recce would also then be super critical.
Recce is more critical than the rally, because if you screw up on your pace notes there, then your entire rally is gone.
अब एक
Your entire week is gone.
So
you'd rather, you know, you should always be super focused, fresh, you know, in the right mindset for the recce. People don't understand how important recce is. Recce is the game changer for you.
And then also the inputs of your co-driver. That's a critical
input of the co-driver. One very important thing is that I have and I have worked on is a lot of memory. I have very sharp memory of, you know, I can remember a 15-kilometer corner to corner pretty much everywhere I go.
So recce ke baad you start getting a good sense.
Yeah, then I watch the videos, then I memorize. So then when I go actually into the rally on Sunday or Saturday, I remember that कि अब ये turn आने वाला है, ये crucial turn है. So I remember कि अब मैंने किसको कितना attack करना है. What level of attack should I put it at? 8, 8.5, 9 or 10? Because owing to the conditions on the exit of the corner, we can attack it accordingly. If there's a tree, then I will not attack it at 10. I'll probably do it at 8.5. But if there's no tree, I remember there is no tree. Sometimes I'll mark also. Then we'll watch videos. So memory plays a super crucial, you know, game for your result at the end of the weekend. Generally, people can't memorize. Because आपके पास 700 corners into 18 है.
भाई कोई चांस ही नहीं है.
मतलब काफी ड्राइवर्स कर लेते हैं. तो बस फर्क वही है जो कर लेते हैं वो then they go on to win the championships.
I have seen like F1 drivers. I was seeing a video of Verstappen or someone where they had the race going on the TV and he had a blindfold on and he was turning the steering wheel accordingly exactly based on.
Correct.
But यार मैं एक मतलब
seconds and the stuff.
बट एक बात है
ट्रैक तो
यार,
फिर भी वेरिएबल
बट
नहीं है
यार
ना
एक
यार,
बात
हमारे
बताओ,
तो वेरिएबल
आपके
है।
आपके 20 सर्किट्स हैं,
उन्हें
ठीक
याद
है,
हो जाते हैं।
डे इन एंड डे आउट आप वहीं रेस कर रहे हो, ठीक है, एक आध नया आ
आप
जाएगा कि
सिम
भाई
पे कर
ऐसा
लो
है,
ना, सिम
आप
भी
सिम पे कर लो
चेंज थोड़ा ना होएगा वो,
यार, मतलब 15-17 किलोमीटर 700 टर्न्स, वहां पे क्या आपके 8 टर्न 12 टर्न,
और वो
मतलब
सारे
वही
चेंज हो रहे हैं ना। सो
हाँ
वन क्रूशियल बिट इज दैट see there are 100 rally cars in a rally, 100, there are 21 Formula
उसके
1
आगे
cars
20 गाड़ियां चली गई तो
और
आपको
मेरे
कुछ
आगे, so for example if I am car number 24, I have 23 cars in front of me. This might look like this for car number 1, but by the time I come here it will be destroyed with rocks coming out. So the traction for you as car number 1 versus me will be completely different. The ground would have been completely destroyed by the time I come. Again, then the guy who's at
और जो
55,
100 पे होगा
तो
तो
उसका क्या हाल होएगा? But still, sometimes the guys at 50 also win because they know how to manage it. You know, so it's all about being smart. You know, rally drivers have to be super smart because we can start our rally with sunlight. We can go up the mountain, it can be snowing. We can go other side of the hill, it can be raining. While coming down, it could be ice, and finish with gravel again. So we can have 4 seasons, 4 different surfaces
ये
in
नहीं
one
कि गाड़ी
stage.
पर वेट टायर लगाओ अब
And
सुपर स्लिक
No,
लगा दिया
we can be going like, look at Rally Monte Carlo. They'll run on slicks on ice. They run on slicks on ice because there are icy patches, then there are dry patches. So they'll compensate on कि हम लोग dry
वहाँ पे,
tire ले लेंगे,
हाँ,
ice में तो we'll still manage because everyone's going to be going at a similar speed.
हाँ,
Because you can't.
तो थोड़ा सा लूज कर जाओगे
थोड़ा सा
लेकिन
lose कर लोगे, but then you gain on the dry
पे,
part.
हाँ.
But see, you have to be so intelligent as a driver to be able to drive on ice with slicks.
What happens if the cars are broken down? मतलब खत्म रैली की, do you have a chance
No,
to
we
fix?
have a format where you can restart the next day, but then you can't win it. You get
Mhm.
added like 10 minutes, 20 minutes to your time. But you can still win stages, individual stages. And individual stage ही जीतना ही बहुत बड़ी
बहुत
achievement है.
achievement है.
हाँ, I've won about 25 of them. So which is
WRC
yeah,
में.
at the world level. So for me, that was also a big thing. And my goal is still to win a world championship round. And I'm longing for it. Hopefully next year I
तो
can
एक
pick
मुझे
up my win.
अभी before I come to future and what the plans are, मेरे को एक बार थोड़ा स्ट्रक्चर समझाओ. सो एक हमारी एक फेडरेशन है जो इंडिया की रैलिंग मॉनिटर करती है, ओवरसी करती है, एंड आर इंडियन चैंपियनशिप इज अंडर देम, करेक्ट? That's our federation. But they actually in your team's development they have no role, right?
No, as long as the teams have their licenses and
गाइडलाइन
match
होंगी
करनी
उनकी,
है, you just
गाइडलाइन मैच
follow
लो.
them.
तो आप अभी जब WRC में जाते हो तो आपकी एक टीम है या आप इंडिविजुअली, मतलब irrespective of how you participate, the budget of that car and managing that car is completely on the team or the individual. It has nothing to do, and then you can have your own sponsors. Right?
Correct.
और कहीं से कोई इंडियन फेडरेशन या एसोसिएशन या स्पोर्ट्स की कोई आपको बैकिंग मिलती है?
नहीं, generally तो नहीं मिलती. But we've been trying to,
एक बार मुझे इकोनॉमिक समझाओ, हाउ डज इट वर्क?
see, okay, I will start from the beginning. So generally in motorsport, there are 2 ways to get involved. One is that for me, I proved a point to a team, to JK Tires early on in my career, and I got picked up by them to be a part of the JK Tire rally team. Now the rally team can go to do the NRC, APRC or WRC. You become a part of their team. So they
खर्चा वही उठाएगी, आपको पे भी
सब
करेगी.
कुछ, yeah, you paid as a professional. Plus they pay for all the expenses.
ट्रैवलिंग ये
हाँ,
वो
अब
जो
now
भी,
this is a tire manufacturer. Or I'll simplify down it. Now the other way is, now अब तो ये तो टीम ड्राइवर हो गया ना. आप जैसे
आप team driver
फॉर्मूला
हो.
1 में आप
हाँ.
देखते हो टीम ड्राइवर्स हैं.
आप फरारी ड्राइवर हो,
हाँ,
दो
Ferrari driver,
ड्राइवर हैं, एक टेस्ट
हाँ,
ड्राइवर है, या आपकी
correct.
टीम है, वो सारा खर्चा उठाएगी, आपको
बिल्कुल you
कॉम्पनसेशन
got that.
देगी. हाँ.
Yes, ठीक है ना.
हाँ.
अब now the other part of the motorsport is there are a lot of people who are wealthy, very wealthy. So they form their own team. वो कहते हैं we don't need sponsors, but I love this and I'm good at it. So they form their own team. For example, I am saying, okay, I have a lot of wealth. Now I don't need any of these sponsors. What I'll do is Gill Motorsport मैंने form कर दी. I'll buy a race car, or I'll hire a race car, or I'll hire a Formula 3 team. उस टीम को मैं rebrand कर दूंगा गिल मोटरस्पोर्ट से, और फंड मैं कर रहा हूँ उसको, मैं चला रहा हूँ, मैं ही फंड कर रहा हूँ. So you pay for your own seat. which is 80% of the grid.
80% of the grid.
Yes. Even WRC and Formula 1 also. Formula 1 you see
हाँ,
big
तो
team,
Formula you
only the front guys are getting paid. All the other boys, they get the money.
getting the money. हाँ.
Correct. So basically the same concept what I've just told you. They are getting the money, whether it's their own
हाँ,
family's
मतलब
money.
they're paying for the seat.
They are paying for the seat. So maybe they pay for the seat initially, but then maybe in the next sort of a chapter in your career, if you're good enough, you can get a call from Ferrari and get picked up also.
Good enough भी आप एक बात बताओ, आज की डेट में 8-9 ड्राइवर इन द वर्ल्ड.
मतलब आज भी even Formula 1 के at least bottom 10 would be paying for their seat.
More.
Right? तो मतलब क्या ही बचा फिर तो यार. और actually देखा जाए तो maybe
some of the better F2 drivers would probably be better than some of the F1
but they don't have the
drivers.
opportunity.
But वो नहीं pay कर पा रहे seat के लिए.
हाँ, तो ऐसी है मतलब ये तो यार life में
हर जगह
क्या लिखा है आपकी किस्मत में.
But this sport is brutal
that way. मतलब the expenses.
Like I said, I had the capacity to win such big championships early on, but I could still not break into the WRC because my sponsors didn't want to go. वो कहते हैं हमारे को नहीं जाना. And I couldn't raise the money because I need so much money per year. I need a large amount.
अब जो आप last WRC आपने participate करा, उसमें you went independent or as a part of the team?
No, I was with JK Tyre. And the sponsors, these are my private sponsors, VM Motorsport Funding Foundation. So these two are my primary sponsors. And
so they fund the team.
So what we do is we hire a car from, say, the big teams in Europe. And जो उसका expense होता है is funded by the sponsors. So they fund and they pay the team. It's like paid seat only.
Correct.
So last my best result was I came 4th in Greece recently, some time ago, and I had at least 6-7 second fastest stage times against multiple world champions. So which was a big achievement for me to compete against all these
massive
boys which are half my age.
But half the experience also.
But maybe more experience than me because these guys do 25 rallies a year. I'll do 4, 5, maybe lucky to be doing 6 also. They'll do 25 a year.
But what would be the annual expense that to do 4-5 rallies approximately?
Let's round it off to at least 1 crore an event minimum.
तो वही है, अगर आप 15 रैली करोगे तो उससे एक्सपोनेंशियली बढ़ता चले जाएगा. And then, are you able to make some reasonable money living off of this? Dekho, you have also other stuff going on in the sense that you've gotten into the engineering side of things. But purely as a driver.
Yes. It's good money. You can make money. It depends on how you manage your career.
अगर इंडियन सर्किट में कोई ड्राइवर्स हैं, वो सिर्फ इंडिया लेवल पे ही हैं, बट डिसेंट हैं, मतलब दे आर कंसिस्टेंटली इन टॉप 10, टॉप 5, वो कितना पैसा कमाते होंगे साल का? कुछ नहीं. तो पैसा कहाँ पे है? एशिया लेवल पे है?
Only international, unless you're with a big team. Like I said, I've been a part of JK Tyre.
इंडिया में कौन-कौन सी बड़ी टीम्स हैं?
2 हैं, JK
Tyre, consistently into the.
Yeah, I think before I was born.
And each of these will have 6-7 drivers, 5-6 drivers.
Nowadays, JK Tyre scaled back a little bit because they're concentrating on racing and international stuff with me. With the other teams, I don't know what they are doing mostly. They don't have any Indian guys.
Did you ever consider like Formula 3, 2, 1 type, whatever, that route?
I did a lot of Formula races. I did quite a bit.
Before मतलब जब JK में scale.
In the mid 2000, like 2015, 16, 18 tak, I think almost. There's this, I don't know if you've seen the Formula F2000 cars at J. Anand. So I did a lot of racing with them. And with a lot of European champions. So I was consistently in the top 5, top 6. So which is not bad for a rally driver to turn up on a race weekend without practice and just go flat out.
But early in your careers, did you
Early in my career, yes, I did. But
मजा ज़्यादा यहीं था.
I used to get bored very quickly.
वही एक track पे वहीं.
I'm not the guy who wants to go round and round in circles. I want to. I'm a little more adventurous. I enjoy the rallying format. Let's say. I mean, racing also I enjoy. I like racing with other people. Like when you race.
You are competitive, I've heard.
I can be very competitive. I won a few championships, so
उसके बिना तो चलेगा ही
aggressive. But yeah, I mean, I quickly understood that. I mean, there's no point. I mean, ठीक है, for an exhibit.
It's a different.
I can still be competitive, but not for a full-time thing. Plus, I'm not very lean and a small, racing drivers are quite petite. And, they're like 50 kilos, 55 kilos.
It makes a huge difference.
Massive, yeah. So every 2-3 kilos is like losing an horsepower. So I am to like 82 kilos, yeah.
With Punjabi of you inside you also has to come out.
Yeah. But for us in rallying, we need to be strong, yeah, because we need to work on the cars. We need to be super fit for endurance. एक rally का हमारा जो एक wheel होता है, that's 32 kilos है. अब उसको पंचर लगाना है आपने 1.5 minutes में, तो you should be able to chuck it around also. और आप 55 किलो के होगे तो आप 32 kilos का wheel कैसे chuck around करोगे?
बिल्कुल skill set मतलब is quite
completely format ही अलग है. Now if you come to the Dakar kind of a thing, उसका 50 kilos का wheel है. तो आप ही 55 kilos के हो तो 50 किलो
क्या करोगे?
So it's not that we are. I mean, I'm generally we're big guys, Our family we're all tall and big. So I mean, it wasn't working out for me at a very pro level. I didn't want to come 5th, 4th. I don't like it. So I just bailed out and I started concentrating where I could win.
So, in my opinion, one of the big achievements was winning the Arjuna Award. Because I feel like, especially for niche sports, if I can call motorsport completely niche, to come into mainstream, I think India में
वही एक तरीके से एक gratification है कि आप you are acknowledged as an athlete and not just a driver.
Exactly.
What were the feelings that you had when that was happening and what went through?
Firstly, obviously this is very, very special, not only for myself, this is for the whole sporting community of the country. It opens doors for so many new, children, teenagers, young drivers to make a career out of this. This is now they have faith that this can be a career and it can be recognized, which is the most important goal that I always had to get this. It's not only for me, it's for the whole community. And, we've been trying to get it after, despite winning 3 championships, it was still very hard for me to get this.
हाँ मतलब nomination डालो
कितनी
कुछ ना
बार
मिले
4 बार nomination डाली, चारों बार उन्होंने कहा कि ये तो rich man sport है, इसको क्या जरूरत है. This was their answer. And, we had to fight and we had to convince them that, like literally with some stats showing that how, intense this
and what it takes to get there,
profession is.
yaar, मजाक
and so
नहीं है.
many years of going through crashes, going through surgeries, still coming back, still performing, going on the limit. This is a very dangerous sport at the same time. And आप snooker वालों को दे रहे हो, billiards वालों को दे रहे हो, golf को consider कर रहे हो, तो इसको क्यों नहीं consider कर सकते?
Consider तो करो, हाँ, of course.
ठीक कह रहा हूँ.
And then you see somebody's
आप
achievements.
मैंने comparison भी तो देखो ना क्या आपने डाला है. आप chess को भी दे रहे हो, आप उसको भी तो sport ही बोलते हो. अब उसके लिए उसको कौन सा जिम जाना है? बताओ, है ना? तो अब अगर ऐसे if you want to argue or create this topic or have a discussion, I can show you 10 sports. You don't even need to stand or sit. Either तो I'll give you a quick example. The inside car temperature in the cabin exceeds 75 degrees Celsius, and we are wearing 4 layers of fireproof clothing. I lose up to 7 kilos of water weight in 2 days of driving. 7 kilos of water weight. कोई window थोड़ी ना, AC थोड़ी ना. We are dehydrated every day. हमारे को literally drip लग रही होती है. 5-5, 10-10 bananas खा रहे होते हैं. 10-12 लीटर तो पानी पी जाते हैं minimum with electrol. तो भी ऐसा अगले दिन सुबह 5 बजे उठ के फिर गाड़ी में फिर वही करना होता है 3 दिन. और साथ में कार पे भी have to work on it. आ जाओ endurance लगा लो. कौन से स्पोर्ट्समैन के साथ है मेरी देख लो. अभी भी आई एम रेडी. इतनी सर्जरीज के बाद भी मैं भाग लूंगा. 5 किलोमीटर 6 किलोमीटर कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. और अभी भी फिटनेस टेस्ट करा लो किसी से भी. But this is what you have to do this if you want to drive at that level. So we had to convince them with all these facts and these points that it is a very difficult sport. It just makes it look easy. Just because you're driving a machine doesn't mean that you don't have to be physically fit. If you show me how you can sit in a regular car for 14 hours a day and drive.
अरे हालत बुरी जाती है. फंस जाओ आप 2 घंटे जाए में दिमाग खराब हो जाता है. And with that level of intensity, focus, and कि one small mistake can be brutal.
Yeah, you can. Like I told you, we pulled so many G's in case of a crash. Of course, nobody wants to crash, but that's a part and parcel of the sport. You don't know. You can't decide whether you will crash today or not crash. Like I said, you can come into a corner, there could be water, and that can lead you to the, you know, get into a crash.
And then you also see I'm sure around you would have seen such bad crashes and
Of
things
course,
where
you grow up with it.
आपका
Yeah.
दिमाग में कभी तो आता ही होगा ना कि मतलब
Yeah,
it
why
can
am I
happen
doing
to you
this?
anytime.
Yeah, for
हाँ.
sure, it can happen to anyone. You know, just you see the last rally in the World Championship, 8-time World Champion. He crashed at 160 kilometers an hour straight into a tree. Now he's an 8-time World Champion, yet he crashed. And if you look at the video, you'll be like, "Arey, ये तो normal सा turn था, like a normal turn, like a you know, couple of degrees he couldn't take it because it was raining. His car slid off. So sometimes the machine will do what you can't control. And anyway, coming back to the point, you know, yeah, I mean, I'm very thankful to the government to have, you know, considered this and me as my profile to have this award. It took a long time for us to, you know, convince
किससे
them.
लिया कौन थे उस time?
Mr. Kiran Rijju the. So he used to think out of the box quite a bit. You know, he was always he was very proactive with non-popular sports. He always, you know, pushed non-popular sports. He always wanted, you know, the other sports to come up and to be
recognized.
recognized, get into the, you know, limelight, get into that zone, having different sort of a option for the newcomers, you know, or sportsmen to consider कि भाई मैंने हर एक ने क्रिकेटर तो बनना ही है इंडिया में, तो आप कुछ और भी कर लो.
So now just the last set of kind of segment, if we talk about before we talk about your future plans, if you talk about future of motorsport in India overall, rallying हो गई, racing हो गई, कहाँ दिखता है वो, क्या gaps दिखते हैं, क्या future दिखता है हमारे देश का? Are there going to be significantly more Gaurav Gills coming, or
I don't know,
or
I hope, I wish.
Narayan Karthikeyan's coming, or where do you see what is happening?
It's very hard to sum it all up and, you know, have the right sort of answer for this because I don't know. Honestly, I mean, the future is looking good because if you see, like 10 years ago, there were say 5 people going abroad. Today, I don't even know 25 of them are going, and I've never heard of their name. But why are they going abroad?
यहाँ कुछ नहीं है.
Now you got my point. So there, and if you ask me that if I have to put my child into this, I will not put him here. Why should I? It's just waste of money for me.
मेरे एक फ्रेंड का बेटा है, वो 14 कार्टिंग करता है.
दिल्ली में तो कुछ नहीं है बेचारा, पहले बैंगलोर रहता था.
हाँ वही है.
Now he goes abroad, like क्या करें यहाँ
पे? चले जाओ, वहाँ चले जाओ, इधर चले जाओ. क्या करना है यहाँ पे? See, there are 2 reasons behind this. One is I see that the level of competition here is still grassroots. Like I tell my friends, children, my kids only. For example, they say, आज मैं मैच जीत के आया. तो I said, तू तो राजेंद्र नगर के पार्क में जीत के आया ना. So your competition is राजेंद्र नगर.
Correct.
Unless you open your doors to the Delhi state, then you come talk.
और फिर आगे ऐसे बढ़ते जाओ.
Exactly ना. तो अगर आप
तो आपको लेवल मालूम पड़ेगा.
तो आप अगर वही राजेंद्र नगर की किंग बन रहे हो तो आपने क्या अचीव कर लिया. तो मेरा तो माइंडसेट ऐसा है. मतलब this is why I bailed out and I got the right opportunity at the right time to go abroad and understand. वहाँ जाके जब मुझे लाते
then you get to know where you stand really.
Yeah, luckily I was very fast to learn. I'm a very quick learner. And like I said, I always want coaches to coach. I'm open to coaching, I like to get coached. So that, it just makes the whole process a lot more faster. Now here again, the point is that if for your level is so low, you win against them, you think you're a star. By the time you're at 14, 15, 16, then your level is still there only. You haven't competed.
So gap बहुत delta बढ़ जाता है.
Exactly. Once you go abroad, now like you said, 17-year-old वो max तो Formula 1 car में बैठा है. यहाँ से तो they're still graduating from a go-kart. So why waste those primary years and go abroad at 8 years old, 10 years old? So at least you can be competitive at that level and then choose wisely where you can fit in. पैसे उतने ही लग रहे हैं आपके, क्योंकि यहाँ पे कोई गवर्नमेंट से सपोर्ट तो है नहीं. So we've been trying to tell the government again and again. I have only pitched it some 5 times. कि at least create a system where the motorsport community can benefit from import duties as like cancel the import duty, so they can benefit out of that.
जो parts आने
जो equipment आना हमारा, parts आने, the gear we wear. Now you see why did shooting become so popular? Because there is no duty. they've exempted it completely. तो we've also told them कि हमारे लिए भी ऐसा कुछ कर दो ना, whoever other federation के अंडर करो.
मतलब एक ऑफिशियल प्रोसेस के थ्रू खरीद रहे
So
हैं
for
but हाँ.
example, now I was the first one in this country to import the rally car for the Indian Championship ever now. So I got a last year I
But
got
वही
the
you
Ford.
had to pay a penalty, मतलब pay heavy price for it.
No, but it's on Carne, then pay a price, shipping. I mean, who wants? But it's not an easy process, you know. Even though there's no duty for it, because you can use it. But then every 3 months, 4 months, I had to go to the commissioner and file for an extension. कोई इवेंट डिले हो गया तो मेरे को तो वहां जाके आई हैड टू फाइल फॉर एन एक्सटेंशन की, मतलब
ये जब F1 में भी तो कुछ सिमिलर
वही यही कॉन्सेप्ट वही दे स्टार्टेड आस्किंग फॉर ड्यूटी
from the cars.
So now look at MotoGP. Why did they bail out? Same, because it's, you know, the process is
exactly हुआ क्या था F1 में, मतलब
what I have heard from is that
when the government changed or something, I don't know.
Yeah, they put a stop for the
sport नहीं है और duty pay करनी है.
This is the circus or a sort of a exhibit. So you have come under an exhibition this thing. And you have to pay a certain kind of a penalty to get.
तो ये सारी टीम्स अपनी गाड़ियां ला रही हैं, जैसे कि फरारी ला रही है, मैक्लारन ला रहा है.
So generally they run on ATA carnet, a motorsport carnet, which allows all the cars with a passport from FIA to go around the world, which our car also goes like that. So that's the general process, and it is completely foolproof. It is very seamless around the world. But यहाँ किसी को पता ही नहीं है.
तो कह रहा है वो तो इंपोर्ट ड्यूटी डालो उस पे.
तो मेरे साथ आर्गुमेंट होगी लास्ट ईयर, वो कह रहा है तो ATA कार्नेट है. तो ATA कार्नेट इज फॉर एनीथिंग, फॉर एग्जिबिट और फॉर रेस और समथिंग यू कैन, दिस इज बेसिकली फॉर टेम्पररी इंपोर्ट. अब वो कह रहे ये तो रेस कार है, ये इसमें तो लिखा है पैसेंजर कार. मैंने कहा ये सर ये इसी के साथ ही बना है, मैंने तो नहीं बनाया, ये फ्रांस से बन के आया है. You know, this is the process how it works around the world. So that बाबू sitting on the table said नहीं मैं
नहीं भाई लगाओ इंपोर्ट ड्यूटी.
हाँ इंपोर्ट ड्यूटी लगाओ या इसको वापस भेजो या मोटर स्पोर्ट का कार नहीं लेके आओ. मैं कहा सर वो एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं करता है.
एक ही है वो.
There is no document that exists on the planet. There is only 2 types of carnets, which what I'm aware of. मतलब मेरे को ये कोई मेरा फोटो तो है नहीं, तो I was doing it myself. तो मैं सीखा 4-5 चीजें. तो मैंने कहा यार ये तो बार-बार करना बड़ा.
और MotoGP में what happened?
MotoGP में I think they had some fallout with the organizers and the
मतलब it's still a tough nut to crack, this whole scene right now in India.
Yeah, like I said, you know, the future, yeah, I mean, if you see the numbers, they are there. But
fans तो हैं.
Fans भी हैं. The grid is also big. If you see rallying in India, we have 70 people competing here, which is not bad at all. If you see around in the Asian countries, this is the most of numbers that you'll get, including Middle East. मतलब not full of the entire Middle East, but UAE से लेके अगर आप थाईलैंड चले जाओ, मलेशिया चले जाओ, इंडोनेशिया चले जाओ. इंडोनेशिया चलो थोड़ा आगे चले गया, वहाँ पे काफी कार्स आ गई अच्छी. बट वही है, वहाँ पे सपोर्ट है उनको. तो जहाँ से अब अफ्रीका जैसी कंट्री देखो, या आई कम्प्लीटली फॉरगॉट टू टेल यू दिस, दैट हैज वे मोर कार्स देन अस, जबकि वो इतना पीछे है हमारे से इकोनॉमी में, हर चीज में. बट इफ यू गो टू केन्या एंड टंजानिया एंड ऑल दोस प्लेसेस, you know, they have like 10 WRC cars. Yeah,
क्या बात कर रहे हैं? I can never imagine.
Can you? I could not imagine because I train a lot of people there. So what I understood is that the government has exempted all the duty for them.
हाँ वही फिर गवर्नमेंट को
तो आपकी वो कार तो अब जैसे अब see these cars are very expensive. Base price of this car is almost 4 crore rupees. The one I drive. So by the time you get it into India, it will be 8 crore rupees. मर गए फिर. तो कौन 8 करोड़ रुपए दे रहा है इसके? अब वहां से उनको एग्जाम्प्ट हो रही है. सो दे हैव अ सिस्टम दैट दे मेड कि आप 3 साल के लिए यू कैन नॉट इंपोर्ट अनदर कार एंड यू यूज दिस. आफ्टर 3 years if you want to sell it, you sell it through the federation.
चलो ठीक है, वो कम से कम
उन्होंने अपने सिस्टम प्लेस कर दिए. बट सी दैट्स व्हाट आई टोल्ड द गवर्नमेंट, इधर भी समथिंग लाइक दैट where it, you know, this is how the sport will grow. Like I said, shooting कितना ग्रो हो गया ना. आज से 15 साल पहले एक शूटर होता था, 2 शूटर होते थे. आज कितने नाम ही नहीं पता. इसीलिए है more access.
Now final question. अब क्या प्लान है आपका? क्या प्लान है? मतलब I think what has been the biggest highlight for me is, like you mentioned, that year after year having the motivation to just go at it, like, and कुछ चीजें एज के साथ तो मतलब जैसे रिफ्लेक्सेस हो गए, मतलब इट्स जस्ट बायोलॉजी, राइट? लाइक while you're gaining experience and maturity and knowledge and seat time, on the other side the body is not the same, right? But do you feel like how long do you see yourself going? Are there some goals in your life? ये कर दिया तो छोड़ दूंगा, या
अभी ऐसा है कि चलते जाओ देखी जाएगी? Where do you stand right now?
I don't see myself giving up or
Really?
hanging my boots anytime soon.
Amazing.
I'm still hungry, and my aim is to win at least one round of the World Championship next year. I'm planning to go to the WRC Safari Rally next year. We have plans to do that. I went there 2 years ago and I was leading. I was coming first, but my engine failed.
कहाँ होती है सफारी रैली?
Africa, that's one of the most difficult rallies on the planet. So it's called the Kenyan Safari Rally.
Through and through the safari route.
Yeah, the first safari route. So that's one of the most brutal rallies to do in the world, or rather the most. So that's something that I really want to, win, at least be on the podium for sure, because I was quite close last time when I went. So I see that as the target number one to achieve in March next year. And then of course try to win the fourth Asia Pacific title next year also. So we have these plans in place to follow, and I'm going to give 110%.
And always. Then just take it as it comes in after that.
Yeah, and eventually I want to have my own team at the World Championship level and manage my own team so that I can drive whenever. Yeah, Gill Motorsport. So that I can drive whenever I want, be involved. I cannot be not around this sport, even if
you're mentoring.
Yeah, I have to be around. Yeah, I want to just be there at the world level. Yeah.
Do you have any aspirations of heading the federation or changing policy or be able to make an impact on that side?
Maybe. If I can.
बुढ़ापे में.
बुढ़ापा तो आ नहीं रहा.
हाँ वही तो कह रहा हूँ. अभी टाइम है.
20 साल बाद देखेंगे. But no, I don't mind being a part of the committee to put in my inputs. If it can help someone and the new generation, why not?
Because who better to understand the sport and than somebody like you who's kind of done it all.
I'm a very practical guy, when it comes for everything that I want to achieve or choose or, advise to somebody is only practicality first. If just make it more practical, make it more accessible, for the end user, at the end of the day, everything should be more easygoing. Don't make life difficult for the competitors or sports people. That's what I.
वैसे ही इतनी डिफिकल्ट है.
वैसे ही है.
पैसा अरेंज करना है.
यहाँ बजट्स नहीं है. If you complicate everything like from paperwork to the systems, just simplify it, man. What is the need? Let them enjoy. Let them concentrate on the actual sport rather than admin. That is also. I mean, but they are getting good at it now. Yeah, they're getting much better.
Thank you, Gaurav. What a great.
One or two more questions which we have remaining. One, we want to know about the Budh International Circuit. Like, I went to the second year of F1 there, and at that time we were hearing it's one of the best tracks in the world, best designed and stuff. So, like, what happened to F1? And you've driven on it so many times. What do you think about the whole structure, the place?
Well, the Budh circuit is a fascinating piece of property, because when it was made with the vision to be the most advanced circuit on the planet, with a lot of funding, which is probably the most expensive circuit built at that time. It had huge amounts of funding. It had the most advanced systems, the advanced tech on the planet to run the Formula 1 races, and so basically grade A.
And I heard it was very fast also.
I think it's super fast. Like I've driven cars, like some fastest McLarens, Ferraris. They feel as slow as F there.
Really?
Yeah. Because the track is so fast, it's so wide. It's very aero based, So it's basically for a lot of F2 or F1 cars primarily. Because the corners with especially some of the corners are incredible. That I've driven the F2000 cars, and it's just crazy how fast you can go through some corners if you understand how the aero works. And like I said, even with some really modern supercars, it feels it's like you're just driving around, because it's super quick, the track. And even with those cars, your brakes fail in like one lap. If you could put a super hard lap, I don't think it'll, like with us guys driving, like me or some proper driver, I don't think we'll get a second lap out of it also.
Really?
Yeah. The tires and the brakes won't last much long. If you're really like going 110% pushing with the so supercar, I'm saying, forget normal cars. There's no point driving a normal car. So yeah, I mean, it's a fascinating piece of engineering and.
But
Such
what a
lovely
shame
marvel,
then.
yeah.
What a shame not to be able to.
Yeah, I would say the same, you know. It's a shame that we couldn't get a lot of races happening there despite having such good, you know, infra. If you see the infra also there is phenomenal, you know. It was built almost 15 years ago, I think. And it was built to the top spec. No money spared, you know, anywhere. And but I think it was just a lot of things around it that didn't make it happen. So it's a pity, but you see a lot of racetracks are coming up now in the south, especially a lot of private guys with their own collection of supercars are making their own track. Obviously nothing close to this, but I mean there's so much opportunity for other local people to go.
Correct.
And more exposure, more enthusiasts, more enthusiasm, more passion for speed, racing, rallying. I mean, it's a whole community basically. It's a community build.
Do you foresee Formula One coming back?
No, I don't think so. Maybe, I mean, I'll be happy. I'll be happy.
But काफी
reality, though, I don't see it in reality. It's going to happen because it's too much work now to put. I think I don't know who's going to be able to do it and how they'll do it.
What is the question is, because this is a niche sport, anyone young who's trying to get into it, to watch it or to participate in it, you have a suggestion where to go, what to follow, or where can they watch it or learn more about it?
Every 10, 12-year-old who looking at your videos or Sammy's videos of getting abused.
I hope not.
Sammy's videos. Well, you know, the best way to get into this sport, if you have passion for it, for the young kids, is to obviously start karting, understand how racecraft works, how speed works, for them to understand the do's and don'ts of driving, you know, which is a pretty good way of learning. And for teenagers, stop racing on the roads. Because forget you getting hurt, you can hurt other people. That's how I teach everyone that, you know, okay, maybe you don't get hurt, but you can probably kill 5 people on the road if stuff goes wrong.
Correct.
So, I mean, yeah, there are a lot of racetracks, you know, a lot of small events, you know, go blow your steam off over there and, you know, participate in these autocrosses, these chota-mota events and understand how the system works to be able to keep yourself and others around you safe. And then from there on progress to the racetracks, formula cars or rally cars. Again, it's all controlled environment, basically. That's what I'm asking for. As long as you're doing whatever shit you're doing in a controlled environment, it's cool, you know. As long as you're doing it on the road,
that is dangerous.
That's dangerous. And now, you know, I mean, there's so much public on the road, there's so much traffic on the road. You don't know who's coming from where, who's going where. Why do you want to end up yourself, your families into trouble, you know? Look at these cases that we keep hearing about, these guys hitting people. The families suffer, they suffer. I mean, what's the point? Just for 200 meters of a sprint and dash. End up,
it's not worth it.
Changes your life.
It changes your life. I mean, you can never be the same person again.
So why do it? Yeah, so I would say stick to the tracks and the rally tracks.
Chalo, we've taken a lot of your time, Gaurav. All the best. I'm excited about the Africa, the Safari Rally, and really hope we can see you on the podium there.
Absolutely. I can't wait for it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So guys, if you like this podcast, please consider subscribing to my page. Of course, like करो यार, कुछ comments लिखो, बताओ कि किस और guest को बुलाएं. We are covering all of sports industry, business of sport, administrators, players. बताओ कि किसको बुलाएं. अब ये मत बोलना विराट कोहली को बुलाओ, अभी इतना बड़ा नहीं हुआ पॉडकास्ट, बट करो बड़ा फिर.